Hi then, welcome. I'm so overjoyed today because this is our last lesson for the year. This is lesson number 40, Physical Sciences. My name is Tinyiko Kosa, welcoming you. I hope here Tsakahinkweru lesson kahle. I'm going to make sure that you don't lose or miss out on anything that you need to know in this lesson. And the lesson, as I've said, it's lesson number 40. We're talking about hydrosphere, mining, and fertilizers here. Okay? Now, what is this hydrosphere? And when we're talking hydrosphere, what are we referring to basically? What we also need to know about these spheres, the different spheres that we have on the universe, is that we've got 4 main global systems on Earth. 1, we've got the atmosphere. 2, we've got the hydrosphere. 3, we've got the biosphere. And 4, we've got the lithosphere. Okay, now from these ones, we're going to talk hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is formed by every section of the Earth where water is found. Now, hydro, the word hydro here should be key to us to say this must be having something to do with water, because the word hydro refers to water. You would know of the hydroelectric or hydroelectricity. This is electricity generated from water. So hydro has reference to water, that you must know. Okay, so we're talking about seas, we're talking about lakes, we're talking about rivers, we're talking about oceans where water is contained. Okay, now liquid water. And why do we specifically talk liquid water? Sometimes we can have water in the form of vapor. We can have water in the form of solid, where we've got ice sheets, okay, water that has turned from being liquid to solid. Okay, and when we're talking water vapor, we're talking about water that has transformed itself into a gas form. All right. Most of the water on Earth's surface is found in oceans. We know that. Okay, such water is too salty. We know that the water from the sea, from the oceans, it's too salty and not good for consumption, not good for use by humans and animals, or not even for irrigation. It's not good enough for that. So that is water from oceans, too salty. So water supply can be improved by building dams. Okay, so the water that is from the seas, we can't take it and use it immediately. It's salty. It's not suitable for consumption. But rainwater, we can dam it. We can actually build dams around. Like we have got dams like Nandoni. We've got the Hartebees Port Dam. We've got other dams that are used, the Vaal Dam in Gauteng. Okay, these are dams that has been constructed so that we can contain water for use, and from there we can actually treat it and make use of it. Okay, now damming of water can also help in minimizing soil erosion. Now you remember that during rains, water flows through the land, and when it is flowing, it takes away soil with it. That we call soil erosion. Now when you dam water, or when you build a dam, from that point, water is collected there and it's not allowed to flow, and therefore you have actually avoided soil erosion in that way. So that is one advantage of building dams to keep water. When we are to use this water, we need to purify it. Traditionally, okay, the traditional way of purifying water is to boil it for 3 or more minutes. Then we know we've killed all the microbes and all these other organisms, microorganisms in the water that can be detrimental to our health should we drink that water as is. Now, this is very important for people that are staying quite far from towns, rural areas where you don't have a proper water infrastructure to bring you clean water from a particular purification plant. So normally we would use water from the river, from wells, in that way. That water, before you use it, make sure you boil it. There are other methods that we'll be talking about, but you boil it so that you can kill all the pathological organisms that are there, that may cause disease. Okay, so you boil it. But then the problem with boiling is that it doesn't remove all the pollutants and the odor in water. Pollutants, in other words, you'll kill the microbes, but you won't remove the things that are in there. You'll still drink your water that looks dirty, but it has been purified in the sense of killing the microbes, but you haven't taken out the pollutants, the impurities in it. Okay, so another method to purify water is chlorination. Here you put some bleach into this drinking water, and you allow the bleach to stay with the water for some time to kill bacteria. And when you have killed those bacteria and other pathological microorganisms, then you can use that water. However, the same method is not so good because this water cannot be stored for long because chlorine evaporates. Okay, so the best way to clean water is the more sophisticated process of filtration, which is used in water purification plants. So that is the way to go. This is the best one to use. Okay, that brings us to the end of this section here. Let's meet in the next part of the lesson.